How to install the macOS Homebrew package manager on Pop! OS Linux 22.04. Okay, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to walk you through the steps of installing the macOS command line package manager Homebrew, or also known as Brew, on Pop! OS Linux 22.04. A little background on Homebrew. Homebrew is a command line package manager for the Mac OS, which is similar to apt-get or DNF. Homebrew makes installing over 5,000 applications from the command line very simple. Some of the tools found in Homebrew aren't available to any of the default Linux package managers, so that's a good reason to have Homebrew. And some packages found in the apt and NEM repositories aren't exactly well maintained. Because of these reasons, you might want to add Homebrew to your Linux distro. To add even more fuel to the fire, with Homebrew you can install the latest releases of packages even on older Linux distros, and that's a big plus for many. Because normally you probably wouldn't be able to install newer packages on older distros. So this sounds like a winning proposition for you. Let me show you how it's done. And what you'll need to install Homebrew are a couple things. You're going to need a Debian or a RHEL-based distro, which we have. I got Pop, and a user with sudo privileges, which I also have. So the first step is to install the necessary dependencies. So let's go to the terminal here. I'm going to paste in the dependencies that we need. I'm not sure which ones these are already here, so let's see. So the first thing we're going to do is install the required build tools. If you're using a Debian-based distro, which Pop is, then this is done with this command right here. So let's kind of break it down a little bit if we can. Sudo apt-get. Don't know if you need to have get necessarily. I guess in this case, go with it. Although apt-get has been kind of supplanted by just apt. But in this case, we'll do the get, and then we're going to use the install, and we're going to add the packages here. Build essential. This looks like a process. I'm not sure exactly what that, some kind of process package. And then the curl, which we already have, the file, and then I already have some of these already. So let's see what happens. What I don't have. Looks like they're all there. Okay, great. 0, 0, 0, 0 at the bottom. Okay, so everything is already there. Okay, good. So we'll clear that. Okay, now to install Homebrew, so with the dependencies out of the way, we can now install Homebrew with the following command. So here's the command to install Homebrew once we've installed the required dependencies on Pop! OS Linux. A little breakdown here. Looks like we're going to use curl, the curl web downloading utility, and it's going to download this bash install shell script here, and it's going to pass that into our bash interpreter here. Okay, so let's run the script and see what happens. Download the script and then run the script. Okay, I need to authenticate. Let's give it a little quick here. Checking for sudo access. We need the password, and I'm just going to go with whatever default installation location that they want to do, and then password, and I'm just going to accept the default location here. I'm not going to cancel. So I'm gonna let me authenticate, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, enter on that, and it looks like it's going to be okay there, and it's going to install. The script is going to install Homebrew into that default location that we saw before. Okay, press return enter to continue, or any other key to abort. Okay, we're going to go enter on that. Wait for the download. Okay, the the bash shell installation script download and installation actually took a little bit of time. It took more than a few minutes, but it's all done now. Okay, so once it completes, we need to make sure that the brew command is found in our path with the following commands. First, let's see what happens when we actually try to access the brew command in the command line. Let's see what happens. Okay, not found. That's what I was expecting. Okay, good. Okay, so we'll clear on that. Now probably, I guess you can't really even install brew with apt. So the way we're doing it with the install script is the way to go. Okay, we'll clear on that. And we're going to add some code here that will add the brew command or homebrew and the brew command to our path. Little breakdown here, if I can figure it out. This is the location of it. It's going to be redirected into our login, into a non-login. It's like a non-login, either a login or a non-login. I'm going to go. It's going to go into our non-login shell here, so it'll be available in our bash non-login shell. That's essentially what's happening here. So it's going to add that Linux brew binary, or the brew binary, homebrew binary, whatever, to our path variable. So let's enter on that, and it looks like it went through. So we'll clear that up then, and we'll try brew again, and we'll see what happens. Should get some kind of usage. Okay, good. There, that's what I was expecting. Okay, so brew it's been installed, and then I'm gonna guide your attention to their homepage here, and you can look at all the usage, all the ways of using it, updating it, installing programs, updating and uninstalling packages, and how to uninstall it from your system if you so desire. So here's their documentation page here, brew.sh. So here's the usage here. So we can use brew, homebrew. Brew is like a front end for the homebrew package manager. So you use brew to access the homebrew APIs and whatnot, and the usual process to get familiar with what how to use it in the command line. Do I see a version here? I don't see a version here. Anyway, it's been installed. And so we can use brew now on our Pop OS Linux 22.04. Okay, so quick little recap. We installed the Mac OS Homebrew Package Manager on Pop OS Linux 22.04, and the main steps were installing some necessary dependency packages, and then using the curl command to download and run a bash install shell script, and then we added some code to the terminal to put the homebrew onto the path variable, so we can access brew in our command line in our non-login shell. And then I showed you the page where you can check out more homebrew usage methods here. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to your comments and your feedback. Thank you.